So, what year did you get involved in martial arts writ large, or like how old were you? And then, how long ago did you discover Systema?
That's a unique set of stuff. So when I was a kid, my dad was like a really intense dude. My dad was like I had like a love fear relationship with my dad. He was, he was an intense guy. I watched when I think about as a kid, my dad was like a tough man. Like at one point, he like had fought like six guys at the same time. He was like removed his own teeth. I watched him remove his own teeth. I watched him cauterize his
Wait a
leg.
minute, was your dad Hitman?
No, he was not Hitman. If you met my dad at the end of his life, people were like, "This guy, he was a character. He was a character." But my father, like, especially as a young kid, he scared me, and he was a hard man. And so, like, really, my response to my father to really deal with some of this was, I wanted to not be weak. And so when I was like 11 or 12, I remember there was a YMCA, and I would ride my bike down the street to the YMCA, and I started taking like karate at the YMCA, and I didn't know, I just knew from the Karate Kid from like the 80s. I'm like, oh, this is going to help me.
I need to
And it
find my
was,
Mr. Miyagi.
yeah, well, it was this guy, a nice gentleman, a security guard, named Sensei Spencer, and he was doing the Lord's
Yes.
work with these kids. Anybody who teaches kids martial arts is doing the Lord's work, because it is hard. It's hard to remember what it's like to not know something. And so to have to take something you've refined for 20 years or something and teach a 10-year-old, that takes a lot of patience on yourself, and that takes a lot of thought. But he was very patient. He was a wonderful person, a lot of funny stuff. And so from that point, so that was Goju Karate, and so I got exposed to that, and over the course of my life, and then in high school, I got because I was a smaller kid for the most part, like until I was probably junior year of high school. People would pick on me, so I learned how to get good at being violent and to start fights and fight people. And then that became like a thing for a time, right? And over the course, I've done Aikido, and I've done Muay Thai, kickboxing, which I thought was very, again, they like pain, right? So again, but I kept on, like, I would find that I would get discouraged because there are no perfect disciples. So the person that was instructing me, I would be like, okay, but they're missing the point. I never saw the humility. I wanted to see the humility. So I get frustrated.